people, welcome back to the channel. Ajay Devgn's Tanaji has been in the making for a while. It was a long time ago when I saw the first look of it and it instantly grabbed my attention. And I think over the last few days the social media team for Tanaji has done a great job keeping Tanaji in the trending topics on Twitter at least. That's the one I check most often now, but also on YouTube releasing these short videos almost every day, giving us like a countdown to the day of the trailer release. Apart from the slight spelling change, which seems a little bit odd to me, I've liked everything about it so far. So the trailer came out earlier on today. I've had to hold back up until now, but let's go and watch the trailer for Tanaji. It's very different to what I'd expected it to be. I guess my expectation was a little bit colored by what I've seen in Panipat, and although these are very different movies, Marathas being the subject of both these, it probably wrongly affected what I was expecting from Tanaji. Going back to the very first look that had come out, it's pretty consistent with that. It's this highly stylized graphic novel kind of look to all of the fight scenes that are there. I know the usual reference point is 300, but that is because 300 was such a path-breaking movie in how it showed the action. It's not a bad thing to be compared with 300, especially in this case when it is trying to go for that kind of a look. Most of the action scenes seem to be done against the green screen and they have this highly stylized look. Now that I have mentioned Panipat has a lot of material to go on. The source material for the third Battle of Panipat and the events leading up to it are highly documented, and there is a lot of reference material. I mean, you only have to look at the video that I made, which is 26 minutes long. There is a lot to be covered over there. However, the Battle of Sinhagad, there is very little documented history, and I think there are a couple of ballads that are made about it. So there isn't a lot of material to go on. So on balance, this is a good decision because the writer and the filmmaker can run free with their imagination. So this kind of a stylized look works very well for that. It's not trying to look like a historically accurate kind of movie, and the look goes with that. In terms of the historical accounts available, they are quite limited. Sinhagad, along with a lot of other forts, were lost to Aurangzeb as part of Treaty of Purandar. And I think it was Jijabai who insisted that Sinhagad be won back. It was quite a difficult task. One look at the landscape around the Sinhagad fort. The climb is quite steep and there isn't any obvious way to approach the fort without being seen. Tanaji was busy in the wedding preparations for his son when he was called by Shivaji for this mission. He came over and the accounts available say that Shivaji did not himself tell him that. He instead sent him straight to Jijabai because it was such a difficult task. And I think they are referring to those historical accounts in the last scene.
आपके एक बेटे ने आपके लिए स्वराज खड़ा कर दिया, दूसरे को जूते पहनाने का मौका तो दे.
Some of the stuff that they're showing, visually it looks very good. Ajay Devgn and his soldiers sort of like flying through the air, trying to approach the fort probably, and I don't know how historically accurate that is. There isn't a lot of historical material available about Uday Bhan Rathod, who was in charge of the fort. So I think again, the writers and filmmakers have taken this license to create Saif Ali Khan's character. They're free to play with it, and Saif looks quite menacing and almost like a psycho in this one, which I think will play very well, pitting him against Ajay Devgn. It's unlikely that they would have met face to face. As far as I know, Ajay Devgn was not imprisoned, he was killed while fighting in that battle. But with these two good actors, it would be almost a wasted opportunity not to bring them face to face.
मतलब तुम पागल हो?
And give them an opportunity to go at each other. One thing that is conspicuous by its absence, there isn't any reference made to it at all, is Yashwanti, which was a monitor lizard or locally known as Ghorpad. Legend has it that Yashwanti was used to help scale the walls. How it was exactly done, there is quite a lot of disagreement about it. The monitor lizards, although this could be domesticated, but they were not heavy enough to support the weight of a fully grown soldier. The line of thought that I find most reasonable is that the monitor lizards were sort of let loose on a steep surface and they would find the best way to scale it, and then the soldiers would follow. I didn't see any reference to it, so it'll be interesting to see how they scale these walls. Whether this fly-by-wire thing is how they approach it, it'll be interesting to see how they show that. One thing that is absolutely fantastic about this trailer is the background song that's going on throughout the trailer. So as a trailer itself, it's really well made because this song works as a thread which is tying together all the events that are there. And even as a story in itself, the trailer works really well. It's showing a logical progression on how things work. That's what makes it watchable, but it's the song which ties it all. The trailer did surprise me a little bit. The look was a little bit unexpected, but when I go back to the original look that was given out, it's quite consistent with that. When I go and watch this movie, I would not be looking for any kind of historical accuracy in it, although it is clearly based on real events. The details available are so sketchy that it's ideal grounds for making this kind of a movie. So on balance, I quite like it. I like the look of it. I like the sound of it. Some of the things look a little bit improbable, but I will let it slide. The only thing that I didn't like so much was this reference to surgical strike. That seems to be the new fashion in Bollywood. Even in Good News, Akshay Kumar referred to surgical strikes, and here they are referring to it as well. And I think the Marathi movie Fateh Shikast, that also sort of was projecting itself as the first surgical strike, and this one is doing the same. It seems to be in fashion. Maybe it works for them, but I feel a little bit uncomfortable with everything being promoted as somehow related to a surgical strike. But apart from that little gripe, the rest of it, I quite like it. Fun fact, it was also in the news some time ago that apparently Hrithik Roshan's rock climbing scene in Lakshya was inspired by this particular battle, and one particular scene seems very familiar, and you can obviously see the comparison. Whether that is true or not, probably only Farhan Akhtar and Hrithik Roshan can tell us. Let me know what you thought of the trailer. If you know any other facts about the Sinhagad Fort or the Battle of Sinhagad, do let me know. I would love to know about it. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and share this video with your friends and family. Until next time, bye bye.